Ryan with Miss.Geek here, and in this video we're going to take a look at Parks on the Air, or they call it POTA. And yep, you can just call it POTA. So we're going to talk about POTA. What is it? And why could it be the QRP'ers' best way of making SSB contacts? Let me show you. So let me shrink myself here. Oop, there we go. I got some complaints about one of my last videos where I had myself in the corner and I was too large. So to all those of my viewers who complained, sorry. Still getting used to the YouTube thing. I've been doing a lot more videos. I've done more videos this year than I've ever done. So thanks for helping me grow and growing with me here. So Parks on the Air, it says here, operations promote emergency awareness, communications from national, federal, state, provincial level parks. So basically, you go to one of the parks that it says is a park, and you fire up with whatever you got, and you start talking to people. And you go to the POTA.app website, and you spot yourself to say, "Look, I'm here. Contact me." And this is where it gets really awesome. So if you go to help in getting started, there's some great information. There's some video tutorials for activators, some frequently asked questions, video guides for hunters, which I strongly recommend checking out. This video is not a replacement for the documentation and videos that are on parksontheair.com because they're way better, guys. So let's take a look at, let's see here. Maps of entities, POTA map. So this can give you an idea of what areas, what parks are in Parks on the Air. And so there's a few near me that I'm going to try to activate soonish whenever I get around to it. There's this one here. This is Schaefer State Park, which is one of my favorite state parks locally. Lake Sylvia is also one of my favorites. I love it there. There's also Capitol State Forest, which encompasses all this area here in green. So there's a lot of local places I can go to activate, and all up and down the coast here of Washington. And so there's lots of places we can go. And here's Iron Horse State Park, and I think this is Olympic National Forest. Now, Olympic National Forest is actually all this in here, so you don't have to be at the yellow dot. That's one of the cool things about it. You also don't have to leave your house, which is another really cool thing about POTA. So what we can do is you can be an activator where you travel somewhere and you set up and you activate, but you can just hunt it. So if we go to POTA.app, so what I've done is I've said all bands, sideband mode, hunted. I can sort by frequency. And what I've done here is I've gone to the little hamburger menu on the left, and I've gone to prefer table view. But if you don't prefer table view, you can get this tile view. And the tile view is good. It has a lot of detail, but they're big and there's a lot of scrolling there. So I prefer the table view personally. There's also late shift mode, so night shift, at night, which might be handy if you're actually activating out in the woods or desert or wherever. So that's pretty cool. So I've got it sorted by frequency here. So here's a few that are on 40 meters. Here's a few that are on 20 meters. And earlier there was one on, there he is, on 17 meters. But it looks like he's QRT. So it's getting later in the afternoon, so people are shutting down. Well, it's almost 3 o'clock, but right now it's dark at 4 o'clock. So anyhow, there's a lot here. And so here's one in Nevada, Humboldt-Toyabe National Forest. I'll have to try that one out because that's my home state. So the next thing is to go to your radio, tune to this frequency here, whatever it says, 7270 or 7212, 7179, whatever it is. Go to that frequency and listen. And when they call QRZ, or if they start calling you CQ, answer them. Just answer with your call sign. And the thing is a lot of times these folks are going to be QRP stations. So they're going to be willing to work with you if you're QRP like I am to make the contact. And it's simple. You just you tell them your location and signal report, a real signal report, not just everybody's not just giving 5 nines, a real signal report. Give them your location, and they'll tell you what they want. They might want to chat with you for a second, or they might just be moving on to the next contact. There might be a pile up. That's fine. Whatever they want to do is fine. There's no big rules about that. Just a signal report, and exchange call signs, and you're done. If you want to be. Now, why is this a QRP'ers best friend? Maybe, and I'm just discovering this myself, guys. So if you have your own opinions, please let me know. Comments down there. But because for me, being QRP, getting contacts is hard. You have to listen. You have to try to find people who are listening for other stations. That's going to be nets. There's going to be and nets are a great way to do it. Contests even, but this is like a non-contest contest. So this is why this is really good. But there's people listening for you. They want to hear you. And if you can hear them, you could probably work them. That's the nice thing too. Not always, but it's worth a shot. And you'd be surprised. Some of these people are at really low noise locations, and so they're going to hear you. Whereas maybe other stations that are at their home, at their shack with tons of noise in the area, RF noise, they're not going to hear you. Whereas somebody out in the middle of nowhere is going to hear you. So there's some great reasons to get on Parks in the Air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition this video over to my shack, which is, well, I'm in my shack, to my workbench where my radios are. And I'm going to fire up my microBitX, put it on 40 meters, and see if we can't make a couple of contacts. Now, here's the neat thing. Once you make a contact, and I'll show you this. If I go to W7RLF, which is, let me move myself over here. If I click on my station, W7RLF, and go to my logbook and log as hunter, here's the ones I've activated. I've hunted so far. So they're not all here. It takes a couple of weeks, but it's not up to, let me try that again. I'm not sure how that works. It's not up to me to go log these. It's up to the person activating the park to log these. I don't have to log anything. It's just there. This stuff just magically showed up as far as I'm concerned. So again, that's a really cool thing here. So it's easy. It doesn't cost anything. You just sign up. And so let's see if we can go make a contact, shall we? Whiskey 7, Romeo Lima Foxtrot. So, all right, I copy. Whiskey 7, Romeo Lima Foxtrot, QSL. QSL, yeah, you're coming in at a solid 5.5 here in Washington State.
Roger on the 5.5. It looks like I'm finally getting to Washington here. It's been a little slow this evening. You're coming in here to northern Nevada, the park K4391 at about a 5.9. You're pretty strong and solid signal, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, you're definitely in my stomping grounds. I grew up in Reno, Carson City, and that area. So I was actually born there at St. Mary's. Over.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, I'm actually over here on the eastern side. I'm in the Ruby Mountains right now, in the Ruby Mountains portion of the Humboldt-Toyobe National Park here. So that's where I live, over in Spring Creek, Nevada, right by Elko. QSL?
Yes, the wide diversity of Toyobe National Forest. Yeah, I've also been to Elko, but never really spent any good amount of time there. Well, you're coming in real nice, so thanks for the activation, and we'll say 73s. Hopefully you'll get some more, huh?
Yeah, 73 to you too, and I appreciate you calling me back out here. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Whiskey Golf Mike, QRZ.
And before you go, I just wanted to tell you, if you check out my channel, if you go to my QRZ page, check out my YouTube channel. I'm actually filming a POTA video right now, and you'll be on it. Name here is Ryan, Romeo Yankee Alpha November, and my YouTube channel is miss.geek, which is Mike India Sierra Charlie Delta Oscar Tango Golf Echo Echo Kilo.
Okay, Roger, Roger. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out tonight. And the name here is Daniel, just so you know. It was good to talk to you.
Likewise, 73 Daniel. Take care.
73.
Okay, so obviously, by the way, if you're watching, hi Daniel. So I've got a problem with my microphone here. That's why you saw me like freaking out and then holding it. So that's it. So now Daniel has to go. Let me look at the camera here. Daniel's going to go to POTA.app and upload the logs, and it'll just magically show up. And this was I didn't ask how much power he was running, but got a slot 5.5 into Elko, Nevada. I was thinking he was in Reno because that's where the yellow dot was, but that just goes to show me. Yeah, it's as simple as that. And I turned on my radio like a minute before I started filming. So as soon as I tuned to his frequency, 72, 71, he was coming in beautifully and made the contact. So I'm going to go make some more contacts, and thank you for watching. I sure do appreciate it. So go to parksontheair.com, POTA.app, and get signed up and start chasing or hunting Parks on the Air activators and have some fun on the air. Take care, 73.